So after ending a season of a Minecraft server, what do you do in the downtime? Well, I just start a world that I'll forget about in 3 weeks' time. That's right, everybody, welcome to my tour of what I've done in 100 days of Minecraft SUPERFLAT, with the kind of rise of SUPERFLAT recently because of Mogswamp and obviously Luke TheNotable. I decided to give it a shot, and we're currently on day 101 because about to go to day 102 because I definitely didn't forget to record this. But if you don't know how SUPERFLAT works in 1.18.2, basically you get this may be a little obvious, you get a super flat world where it is completely flat aside from a few things like villages, but in 1.18.2 there is a bug, so you get all different types of structure spawning, like ruined portals and strongholds and things. So I started in this version, first of all unknowingly, but then when I started actually playing it, I remembered that strongholds could spawn, hence why I've got the elytra, because about 1,000 blocks in this direction is my stronghold. So this house here, and in fact that block in the middle of that cross, is direct spawn. And the first place I went to was just walking all the way in this direction, which in fairness was probably the furthest direction I could have gone, to find a village and get tools. So I broke a couple trees. Well, I say trees. I broke the farm surroundings, killed an iron golem, and looted all the hay bales I could. I think there was just like one in that thing there. And apparently I haven't been to this place since day 1 or day 2 or whatever, so because there's still leaves here, so that's cool, I guess. I actually should be careful with these rockets because I don't have enough to do this. But I looted more villages, I found the saddle, which meant that exploring was a lot quicker because I tamed my horse over here, whose name is Juan Bob. Just like either Juan or Bob. I got a horse, I explored more stuff, and then for the villages I obviously got iron and stuff. And this is where it started getting big, because I found this village over here, where I transported back a bunch of villagers to a box here, which if I dig beneath here, I think I might have filled it in. Okay, you can see some remnants, but I did fill most of it in, where I put all the villagers, started breeding them up, as you do to get loads of gear. Right now, however, they're in the second and third house that I've made. They're on here. I actually made this really recently, probably days like 80 plus or something, maybe 70 plus. But yeah, I started getting resources, and then I just started chopping loads and loads and loads of trees. Obviously oak was the only tree I had, so I could trade sticks and things, and this is how I got all my gear. And in fact my pickaxe is really good right now, and it's like the only gear that I've actually got properly enchanted, because everything else was just either end city raiding or from the villagers themselves. Now if we look at a quick mob thing, I've died to iron golems quite a lot, but I've killed 47, and I also have an iron golem farm over here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the first 10 days or so, all these path things, they're to stop slimes from spawning around my main base area. But yeah, this iron golem farm was an absolute nightmare because I had to design it myself, because I couldn't find a viable thing that wasn't like dropping the iron golems down 40 blocks to kill them. So I had to turn fire tick off so that this would actually work. That took me a while to figure out, but it works okay now. So we have a working iron farm, and I just kept trading up gear, and then eventually I made this house. This main one here, I added this small little building recently, but this main house is what I made, which is kind of just a circle shape with the basic blocks that you can get, stone bricks and wood and things. And I'm actually pretty pleased with it. One challenge that I had to kind of work with was that this chunk here was a slime chunk. So if we go inside here, you can see this part of the base is actually mostly spawn-proof through the carpets. I think it's a few blocks, but slimes can't actually spawn in it because they need like 4 blocks or something. So that was quite a challenge to kind of work over, which is why it's all kind of path designed. And up here, it's all the bottom half slabs, unless there is like a block on top of it. And as I chomp on my potatoes, let's talk food sources. I had a cow pen here for a while, but it was stopping mobs from spawning everywhere else. So I got rid of it so mobs could actually spawn. Right now I'm running off potatoes and a few meat products I've stolen from villagers, but we also have sheep over here which I shear for wool and such. I've only got wandering traders really in the last kind of 20 days, and that's because I actually started placing a bell. I'm not sure whether they can actually spawn inside because of this bell, but I got a bell, I put it outside and everything. Sorry villagers, I know you're all scared now. But that really helped because I finally got sugarcane from like the second wandering trader, which means they can fly and stuff. I also got jungle and birch, and wandering traders really helped us to progress. But then obviously I've just been doing more and more builds, the same kind of style for the nether portal and for villagers, and that's basically what I've done. I've made a few custom trees and things, and this doesn't seem like a lot, but getting all these tools and like everything. This is my loot chest. You got the dragon head and stuff. I've got shulker boxes. I've even got one record disc. In SUPERFLAT, this is actually rather difficult to get all this stuff, which is why it's taking me 100 days. But I'm really happy on how this whole place looks, and it would be better if there weren't trees constantly obstructing the place, but you can get a pretty good view from up here of what the place looks like. Now it's time to look at the nether spawn, and because the end spawn was actually okay, there was an end city within about 1,000 blocks, and I used the seed map to find it. Also, if you're in SUPERFLAT, watch Mogswamp's video about it, but Strongholds basically spawn in the exact same place on every world, so I just went into a different world and had a look. But yeah, iron golems keep coming through this thing, so there's a few here, and my mouse just came apart. Give me a second. And a ghast is shooting at me. But yeah, this is a place I started exploring in this direction where there's 2 fortresses and a warped biome. These bone blocks were really handy at first. But I haven't actually explored in this direction, so why don't we let's have a quick look at what's here aside from a basalt delta. Or is there no other? It's just a basalt delta. Fantastic. I'm glad I didn't come this way then. Okay, there's another fortress, so this world's actually pretty fortress heavy. In fact, I don't know whether all SUPERFLAT worlds have the same fortress, or the same the same nether. So that'd be something I have to experiment with, I guess. But yeah, this is the nether spawn. I haven't gone to the nether roof yet. I will do soon, I guess. But the end spawn was also pretty tame with a ship so far. And here's a screenshot from the dragon fight. I only died once during the dragon fight, so that's decently impressive and decently good. And then the most recent thing I've done, I guess, that I haven't already mentioned because obviously the houses are the most recent thing really, and getting my gear maxed up, is make this little fish pool, which I don't think works, but it's so I can get actual loot. I've got 1 lily pad from it so far, and a couple fish, which I've used to tame cats. So obviously, pet-wise, we've got Juan here. We've got the one of the zombies that was actually really nice to meet. All the others died. Here we've got 1 cat. Here we've got another cat. Oh, you're on top of the head now. Okay, so the mic muffling got so bad that I'm now in voiceover. So I have those 2 cats, and then I have another one around here that is called Snowy or Crystal or something. A very basic name for a basic cat. But this is basically what I've done in 100 days of Minecraft SUPERFLAT, which I'm pretty impressed with, to be honest. I just got inspired by the YouTubers that I had seen doing it, and I thought, oh, this could be a challenge, because there was no way I was actually going to revise my GCSEs or anything. Instead, I did this in my home study periods. But this world's really got me excited for the future seasons of my Minecraft server, which if you haven't checked out, go check it out, because it's got me excited to do big builds again, even though I've never done like this style before, which, by the way, I'd call this style like classic observatory or something. I don't really know, but it's got me really excited to do more building and grind for gear again, because I would prefer to go mining for diamonds rather than trade with the villagers again. And yeah, with these observatory buildings, I've obviously done circles, because if you have a SUPERFLAT world, you have to do circles, because that's just how it works in every single playthrough I've seen. Maybe we all do circles because the square path chunks are too much for us. That's probably why. But in these 100 days, and no doubt I'll go on, it was really fun to get really like tedious blocks like this polished andesite I got from stonemasons, and I just like had to work to get all those things. And that was what was actually fun about it. Even though building the buildings was fun, messing with the style, because I, like to experiment, that was all fun. Getting stuff through alternative methods like villagers and wandering traders, that was also extremely fun. And yeah, finally, these are what my farms are, my crop fields. After 100 days, there's still these tiny little things that are getting chomped on even more by day. But yeah, this was 100 days in SUPERFLAT. If you'd like to see more of this, or what I can do to get more resources in the world, comment down below. Stick around for other videos, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share with your friends, and why not give this a go yourself? It's quite fun to do, and definitely check out Mogswamp. He can show you everything how to do it and makes great content in itself. So thanks for watching, and ciao ciao.